Fire. What happens when one of the WNBA's brightest young stars grows frustrated with her struggling team, and suddenly, the league's most valuable franchise worth $450 million comes calling? Angel Reese might just be on the move, and if these rumors are true, the New York Liberty could be about to change women's basketball forever. Let's break it down. Welcome back to Mene Vibes, your home for sports drama, celebrity lifestyle, and the biggest shakeups in the game. If you love stories that go beyond the headlines, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join the family. Now, let's dive into the firestorm surrounding Angel Reese, the Chicago Sky, and the powerhouse New York Liberty. Angel Reese was supposed to be the cornerstone for the Chicago Sky. Drafted with high expectations, she brought swagger, rebounding dominance, and a winning mentality from LSU. But here's the problem: 2 straight losing seasons, a roster that hasn't kept up with the league's rising talent, and a front office that seems out of answers. According to multiple reports, Reese's frustration has boiled over. Sources close to the star say she's tired of the Sky being non-competitive. She's openly criticized the team's roster-building approach and even questioned management's long-term plan. That's not just locker room chatter, that's smoke that often leads to fire. Enter the New York Liberty. Valued at an eye-popping $450 million, they're not just another WNBA team, they're the league's golden franchise. They already boast a lineup stacked with Breanna Stewart, Jonquel Jones, Courtney Vandersloot, and Sabrina Ionescu. But here's the catch: while they're veteran-heavy, they lack a young star who can bring fresh energy and hustle. That's where Reese comes in. Imagine her toughness on the boards paired with Stewart's versatility and Ionescu's playmaking. That's not just a good team, that's a dynasty in the making. Fans are already buzzing about the thought of Reese bringing her youthful fire to Brooklyn and transforming this team into the undisputed face of the WNBA. Now, let's talk about how this could actually happen. Reports suggest that one potential trade package could see the Liberty sending Reshape Gray and 2 future draft picks to Chicago in exchange for Reese. On the surface, it looks lopsided. Why would the Sky give up their star for what seems like spare parts? But dig deeper, it makes sense. Chicago desperately needs to rebuild. Draft picks mean hope, and a veteran role player like Gray adds short-term stability. Meanwhile, Reese is still on a rookie salary, just over $81,000 a year, pocket change compared to the Liberty's high earners. Financially and strategically, it's a deal New York could make without blinking. Here's the twist: Reese is under contract with Chicago until 2027. That means no matter how frustrated she is, she can't just walk away. The Sky hold the keys, and any trade will only happen if they consent. But here's where things get even more dramatic. The WNBA is heading toward negotiations for a new collective bargaining agreement, and some insiders are whispering about the possibility of a lockout. That could reset the trade landscape entirely. If a lockout happens, contracts might be restructured, and Reese could find herself with more leverage than she has right now. So while New York fans dream about her donning Liberty colors, the reality is complicated. This isn't a done deal, it's a chess match, with high stakes for both Reese and the WNBA as a whole. Social media has already exploded with reactions. Liberty fans are salivating at the idea of Reese in teal and black. Pairing Angel with Stewie and Sabrina. That's a championship waiting to happen, one fan tweeted. But Sky fans are devastated. They see Reese as their last glimmer of hope, the one player who could keep Chicago relevant in the league. Losing her would feel like a total reset, a painful reminder of how quickly franchises can fall behind in professional sports. This is the emotional side of the business. One city's excitement is another city's heartbreak. If this trade actually goes through, it won't just change 2 teams, it could reshape the balance of the WNBA. Superteams are already a hot topic, with critics saying they ruin parity. But others argue that stacking talent drives ratings, ticket sales, and overall visibility for women's basketball. Reese joining New York would send a message: this league is growing, it's competitive, and its stars are willing to make bold moves to win. At the end of the day, Angel Reese's situation is bigger than basketball. It's about knowing your worth, demanding better from the people around you, and never settling for mediocrity. Whether she stays in Chicago or heads to New York, Reese is showing us all the power of speaking up when things aren't right. So here's the question for you. Should Angel Reese push for the Liberty and chase a championship, or stick it out in Chicago and try to build something from scratch? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear where you stand. Thanks for rocking with Mene Vibes. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next big story shaking up the WNBA. Until next time, stay locked in, stay motivated, and always remember, greatness demands bold moves.